Hello people, what's up? And today I'm going to be telling you about the pros and cons of the SonimXP5800. So, I got this phone as my first phone from my parents just recently. So, it's a block phone, first of all. It's about an inch thick, and it comes in black and gray, but I painted over the gray in nail polish. It works. And then I also added some stickers on the front and on the back. So the first thing that I'm going to tell you about is about the buttons on the outside. So this big one that used to be gray is called the push and talk button. It's something that you can use. It's kind of like a walkie-talkie and you have to register to use it. It's extra money. And this red one is the SOS button. You have to set it up somewhere inside. But when you touch it when it's off, it just turns it on. It's another on button. And this is also another on button. But the main on button is the hang up. The main on button is the hang up button over here. And down here, this is the charging thing. So you flip open that piece of rubber. Where you put in the charger. This is my little piece of tape that says cell phone. I have a lot of chargers. And then this is what the thing that goes in the outlet looks like. You can take it off, but it charges faster with the main one. I'm going to take that off. The microphone hole is over here. This is the microphone hole. Pretty sure these two ones are the speakers over here. And over here we've got the thing where we've got the headphone hole. That's just what I call it. I call it the headphone hole. So since it's not a regular headphone hole, these are my earbuds. It won't fit. It's not going to work. Doesn't fit. You need to buy this special adapter, which is like $60. And then you need to screw it on. And make sure that... Okay, I'm holding this upside down. There we go. Make sure that it's facing upward. I know it looks like a floppy antenna. So you have to screw it in. So there's this hole. And there's that big rectangle hole. You got to make sure it lines up with this rectangle bump and this circular hole. This entire phone is waterproof. It's waterproof. That's why everything is so tight. Okay, screw it on. And then you got this. You got your headphones. You got to press it in really tight. I know it seems like it wants to stop right here, but you got to press it all the way, otherwise it's not going to work. Let's move on. Okay, let me just unscrew this. There. This is the camera, and this is the flashlight. The camera is not very good quality, and the flashlight is very bright. So you're going over here, and you can unscrew this, and that's how you open it and take up the battery. Okay, so you might be wondering what I'm recording on. So my parents were nice enough to let me use my mom's phone to record my YouTube videos, and sometimes I use my laptop. And those videos that seem more pixelated, that's my laptop. And, okay, so let me just say something first. I have kind of a complicated schedule, and that's why I might not do day-to-day videos. I might not upload for a month or 2 months straight. I've just got a very complicated schedule, and sometimes I'll upload up to 3 times in one day. I've got a very complicated schedule. It might be summer, but sometimes I accompany my parents when they do their business things, and then I have my I'm in sports teams, and then as you can see my shirt says I attended a online fiddle camp. I play the violin. Okay, so now we've described the outside of the phone. Let's turn it on. So you can use this button. It says the time, and then it asks for your passcode. So you can set up a passcode, or you can do like press star to unlock. I have a passcode. Okay, I unlocked it. So when you have the home screen, I chose this background. I took it out of the airplane window one time when I was visiting my grandparents. So you can choose your background from from your gallery like any other phone, and that's good. That's a pro. So the home screen shows contacts, messages, camera. If you press center button, the center button over here. Yes, that is my ringtone. My ringtone is a Boing. Another pro. It's got very awesome ringtones. My ringtone is a Boing. Okay. So, press the center button to see your messages, press the up button to see your contacts, and press the down button to go to your camera. Press the side button, it shows your notifications. And then go over here, it shows all your features like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, data, torch, airplane mode, profiles. And then it shows the date and time. It shows your battery, shows your bars, it shows your Bluetooth. And then this is a notification. So another way that you can get to your notifications is you can press let me do that more clearly. You press this option buttons over here. And then it asks you let me turn the brightness down so that it's easier to see from this. I'll show you how to do that too. But I'm just going to show you this. It shows my notifications on the first one, wallpaper settings on the second one, search on the third one, home screen shortcuts on the fourth one, system settings on the fifth one, and manage apps on the sixth one. To get rid of that, you can either press the back button or the home or this button. Whenever you press this button, that's not to turn it off or on, it goes back to this. If you press and hold this, it asks you if you want to shut down your phone. I normally don't do that. I just let it go to sleep after like 2 minutes. Okay, if you press this button over here, the center button, it takes you to all your apps. It shows you Verizon, phone, browser, messaging, contacts, Sonim Scout, camera, applications, settings, tools, calendar, and gallery. So I'm going to go to settings, down, center to select. And then I'm going to go to display, which is this one. Click on it, go to brightness level, and then I'm going to make it smaller so that you can see this phone better. Right now it's on 0%. Okay. And then you can press this button and it will take you back to home screen. So I don't want to show any private information like my text or my contacts. So I'm going to avoid that and assume that you can figure out how that works. So I'm on this again. If you go to applications, it shows you music, FM radio, backup and restore. It shows you backup and restore, file explorer, downloads, voice command, and messaging, which is another text message app. So I'm going to show you how to work this voice command. First, let me go to browser and open up a new tab. Okay. So you press and hold the option buttons. I'm going to go over here. First, I'm going to go to settings and turn up all my volume. Okay. Sound volume vibration. Media volume. Alarm volume. Ring volume. Notification volume. And then it shows you all. And then you can choose your ringtone. And then you can choose your notification sound. I chose doink, which was that little boing that you heard earlier. So you press and hold the options button. Go to browser.
Opening app browser.
So yeah, even though it's a block phone, you still have a voice assistant. That's a good pro. And then, yeah, it has a browser. You can go to Google, you can go to YouTube, you can go to Twitter, you can go to whatever you want. Oh, here's a major con. You go to YouTube, it shows you an ad. You cannot skip the ad. No matter what you do, press it, press it, press it. That ad is going to play. Ad is going to play. Can't do anything. Ad's going to play. That's what happens. Can't skip the ad. Okay, so in case any of you were wondering, this phone is not touchscreen. Not touchscreen. I'm going to call that a con. And another con is that you can't install any apps or games. You can only use the default. You gotta use the default. You can't install anything. That's a con. I'm going to call that a con. Okay. Now, I press this button, and I'm gonna go to Tools. So in Tools, it shows you clock, it shows you sound recorder, and it shows you calculator. So if you go to calculator, you can use these center buttons, up, down, left, right, center, and the numbers to work the calculator. There are several letter settings. You can use the classic, which is you press once for a number, and then you have to press it 4 times to get all the way through the letters. You can use, I think there's one called T9. I don't know why it's called T9, but when you press T9, you can type on the groups of letters that you want, and then the computer will get common words from those letters, so you can just be like this, and then it'll show you suggestion, and then you can click the center. And by the way, 0 is also used as space. You gotta use the 0 for a space, and then you can press space, and then it'll show you a common sentence format, and it's pretty good. Sometimes using a block phone can be faster than normal typing. Okay, and if you go press the center button, it shows you the applications. To use the FM radio, you have to have your earbuds or headphones connected in order to access the radio. So you can scroll through a bunch of radio channels. If you like radio, that's a good pro. And then if you go to music, I'm trying to figure out how to show you this without. Okay, so if you go to music, click on it, it'll show you your albums, it'll show you all your recordings, and then it'll show you and then you can create playlists. You can create playlists. Okay, so I don't want to show you any of my recordings because it's kind of private, so I'm just gonna tell you what to do to add playlist and to see some options. So you're going to press the center button, which is the square in the center of all the arrows. You're going to press and hold that for 3 seconds, and then it'll ask you if you want to play it, if you want to add it to a playlist, if you want to use it as a ringtone, if you want to delete it, if you want to share it, if you want to search it. Okay, so if you go to the settings, if you click on this, there's also going to be Verizon, settings, and Sonium Scout. So those are basically all the help things. They can explore features. And then now I'm going to go to calendar. So in calendar, the orange thing is what day it is. And then it'll show you the whole month, and then you can scroll through the year. See? You can scroll through the year, and then when you have an event, it's gonna be underlined in blue. So I have an event on, it doesn't like come with any of the holidays that are on the paper calendars that you put on your refrigerator or on your wall. So I just added Halloween on October 2020. So, okay. So how you add an event is I'm just going to click on a random date, and let's go November 28th. Okay, so when you add an event, it's going to show you like other events that you have, and I don't want to like say any of the other events that I have. So that's the calendar. I'm back. Over here, go to Tools, Clock, Calculator, Sound Recorder. So clock, that's the time. You can set an alarm. I have a bunch of these alarms. You can set a timer. You can set a stopwatch. And then Sound Recorder. Sound Recorder is when you record something with Sound Recorder, it automatically goes to your music. And then you can play that, you can create a playlist, you can have songs. So when I use Sound Recorder, I play the violin and my dad plays drums, so sometimes we do things together. And then I like to record that and have it as a song on my playlist. Sometimes I record cool things that I hear when I bring my phone out with me. There goes my ringtone. So, let's see. I'm gonna go through here. Oh, and sometimes there's this glitch. If you go to messaging, I'm not going to show you my messages, but sometimes when you go to messaging, and then when you type something and then send it, and then a while later it'll say you have a new message, but they accidentally like called your old message a new message, and then you can't have okay, so I don't have any new messages, but you can see that it says 4. So that glitch has happened to me 4 times, and the only way that you can get rid of that glitch is by deleting the thread and then starting the conversation over again. And that's kind of a lot of work, so you can just deal with that glitch and then have a few messages that are bolded and marked as new, but they're actually really old. And, oh, this is pretty cool. Okay, so my friend has TikTok, and I don't have TikTok, but she has TikTok, and I think she deleted her account, which is kind of sad, because I think that on her account she had a video of me testing the ruggedness of this phone. So, this phone, when my parents bought it for me as my starter phone, it was called Rugged Military Phone. Apparently in the description, it can survive 6 feet underwater for 30 minutes, and it can get run over by a car. A car! So, when my friend's TikTok, we went to our school, and then I threw my phone in the air, like 20 feet, which was this phone, and it was on the grass. It's probably less if you're on the cement. I threw it in the air, landed on the grass, like, yeet! And then it landed on the grass, and it was perfectly fine. No scratches, no dents, nothing. And as you can see, it's perfectly clear. I haven't tested the water thing yet, but I think I will sometime. Okay, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye!